one thing in the industry is that there's always a black hole between business development and operations. Usually people will say, oh, business development sells something that operations can't do, but that's not the case with how Velocity is set up. I am handling demand and Laura is handling delivery. So this is a perfect pair.
One of our core values at Velocity is to inspire change. We want to work with those sponsors to think outside the box. How do we do clinical research differently? My role is to be that voice of the sponsor, to make sure they're being heard, their expectations are being met, and we're meeting those KPIs that they've set out for us.
On the demand side of the strategic partnership, one thing that we're looking at is we're getting visibility through the sponsors and CROs into their pipeline and understanding really in the strategic planning portion of what they're doing of how we can impact what they're planning to do. And oftentimes we give them options that they might not have been thinking about.
When she is talking with those sponsors and talking about our capabilities, once that comes over to my team, we are there to execute on that. We are only as good as our last clinical trial. We have to put in the numbers that we said we would with the quality data that they're looking for. I think in our industry, the transparency isn't always there, especially at these larger site networks. There's a lot of competition. Everyone is vying for a role in these trials, and we can deliver on what we say we can deliver on.
And we say strategic partnerships are just for our CROs and sponsors, but really there's a strategic partnership for our patients. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Their experience is not only important to us, but to the CROs and the sponsors. Having a strategic partnership allows information about that patient experience, how it's going, what works, what doesn't work, get back to the sponsors in a timely fashion so that they can make changes, improvements, or keep doing what they're doing.
When you talk about evolving the industry, I think the fact that we even have a demand and delivery strategic partnership is something that's kind of new and different. So I think Velocity being in the forefront of actually putting these two positions together is huge.
And one of our goals is really to build that trust between the sponsor, the CRO, the patient, and the site, and making sure that we're executing these trials with the highest quality and building on that collaboration. And this is only the starting point for us in strategic partnerships.